In the ancient land of Kusnia Malabari, Prophet Adam and his sons gathered. His wife, Siti Hawa, was pregnant with her 13th child. Strangely, she craved something forbidden. She yearned to taste the divine fruits from the gardens of paradise. During the gathering, the eldest son, Sayidina Qabil, finally spoke of his hidden sorrow. He was handsome, yet forced to marry his less attractive twin. Disappointed by his father's strict laws, Qabil left the gathering in anger. To resolve past disagreements, Adam and Hawa placed their essence into a mystical relic, the Kupumanik Astagina. Jibril combined it to create Sayidina Sis. Suddenly, a fierce typhoon struck, blowing the sacred relic far away, determined to fulfill his mother's craving. Sayidina Sis journeyed into the deep forest. God permitted Sis to harvest the fruits of paradise and rewarded him with a celestial wife, Dewi Mulat, prophesied to bear great kings. Tragedy struck when Qabil's jealousy reached its peak. Blinded by envy, Qabil struck Habil's head with a stone. The first murder had been committed, guided by a fighting raven. Qabil buried his brother and fled. Meanwhile, Malaikat Ajajil, the fallen angel, plotted in the shadows. Desiring a powerful bloodline, he secretly swapped his own illusionary daughter, Dewi Dlaja, with Sis's celestial wife. In the dead of night, 9 months later, the truth unfolded. In secret, Ajajil merged the glowing blood born of Dlaja with the radiant light born of Mulat. This divine fusion created a child whose body could not be touched, glowing like the moon. Prophet Adam named the glowing child Sayidina Anwar, prophesied to forge his own path. Anwar would rise to become Sangyang Nurkahya, the very first deity of the universe and the great ancestor of the Javanese kings. What if I told you that the great ancestor of the ancient Javanese gods was actually the grandson of Adam, the first man? This is the forgotten epic of Sayidina Anwar. Our story begins at the deathbed of Prophet Adam. As the first man lay dying at the age of 990, his family wept, but one grandson stood apart, Sayidina Anwar. Unlike the others, Anwar was secretly learning forbidden magic from the fallen angel Ajajil. Witnessing his grandfather's death terrified Anwar. He realized that the old faith could not save a man from the grave. He didn't just want to be human, he wanted the immortality of angels. His older brother, Anwas, demanded absolute submission to the old religion, leading to a violent clash between the two. Armed with dark magic, Anwar defeated his brother and vanished into the wild to forge his own path. Driven by his obsession to never die, Anwar was guided by the fallen angel, Ajajil, to the freezing, desolate ends of the earth. There, he discovered the Tirthamarta Kamandanu, the mythical water of eternal life. Using a legendary glowing relic called the Kupumanik, he captured the sacred water. Anwar drank it, forever sealing his immortality. But living forever was not enough. He wanted the power to conquer death itself. In a barren wasteland, he found the Lata Mahosati, a glowing leafless tree root capable of raising the dead. But Anwar was reckless. Grabbing raw, divine magic without preparation carries a heavy price. The sheer magical force instantly shattered his mind. For thousands of years, the immortal Anwar wandered the earth, completely lost in madness. His broken, wandering mind eventually led him to the shores of the Black Sea. There, he looked up to a terrifying sight, suspended upside down in the stormy sky, were Harut and Marut, two colossal angels, chained and punished by the heavens for teaching dark magic to humanity. From these suspended titans, Anwar slowly regained his sanity and learned the deepest, forbidden secrets of the cosmos. His quest for ultimate truth continued after learning to see the future from his immortal, outcast relatives. Anwar climbed the fiery peaks of Mount Kapsi. There, a disguised Ajajil gifted him a radiant, magical jewel. Peering into the gem, Anwar witnessed the terrifying depths of hell, the unimaginable beauty of heaven, and the very flow of time itself. To master these godlike powers, Anwar was sent to an isolated island in the Indian Ocean. For 7 years, he meditated, staring directly into the burning sun. Slowly, his human flesh began to melt away. He transcended space and time, entering a timeless void known as Sunyaruri. Sayidina Anwar was no longer a mortal man. He had transformed into a being of pure, spiritual moonlight. His destiny finally brought him to the magical islands of the Maldives, a realm ruled by jinns. The Jinn King sought a prophesied glowing husband for his daughter. When Anwar arrived shining like a star, the prophecy was fulfilled. Crowned as the new king of the Jinn realm, he shed his human identity. Sayidina Anwar ascended, becoming Sangyang Nurkahya, the very first god, and the glorious ancestor of the Javanese pantheon. In the celestial realm of the Maldives, Sangyang Nurkahya, the first god born of Adam's lineage, prepared to step down from his throne. He summoned his only son, Sangyang Nurasa, intending to hand over the absolute rulership of the Jinn realm, along with all his divine relics. But Nurasa felt overwhelmed by the immense weight of this destiny. When commanded to take a wife and assume the throne, the young prince refused, claiming he lacked the wisdom and experience to rule. Feigning deep fury, Nurkahya banished his son from the kingdom, a secret test to measure the true depth of Nurasa's spiritual resolve. Wandering in exile, Nurasa reached the solitary peaks of Mount Dharma to meditate, but his presence angered the local ruler, a powerful Jinn warlord named Pati Parwata. An army of dark spirits surrounded the mountain, seeking to break Nurasa's meditation. Forced to defend himself, Nurasa unleashed his martial mastery, even against thousands. The young prince stood unshakable, defeating the warlord effortlessly. Before the final blow was struck, Nurkahya's royal vizier emerged from the shadows, revealing a shocking truth. Pati Parwata was actually their own estranged family, the elder brother of Nurasa's grandfather. With peace restored, Nurasa fulfilled an ancient prophecy by marrying Dewi Rawati, the princess of the Mount Dharma jinns. Upon his triumphant return to the Maldives, Sangyang Nurkahya knew his son was finally ready. The old god presented Nurasa with the Pustaka Darya, the Book of Celestial Secrets, along with the 4 ultimate relics of immortality: the Kupumanik, the Lata Mahosati root, the Retna Dumila jewel, and the Water of Life. In a breathtaking display of cosmic magic, Nurkahya initiated the sacred Javanese ritual of Penitisan. His physical form dissolved, and his eternal soul merged entirely into Nurasa, uniting father and son as one supreme entity. As the new supreme ruler, Nurasa and Dewi Rawati brought forth offspring, but their birth was unlike anything seen in the mortal world. The queen gave birth to Soten, living beings made entirely of disembodied sound, without physical form. 2 voices echoed in the void, fiercely bickering over who was the eldest. Entering a deep trance, Nurasa used his divine will to bind the sounds and sculpt them into physical bodies. The deep, booming voice became his eldest son, Sangyang Dharmajaka, known as Waning, the god of tranquility. The sharp, piercing voice became his second son, Sangyang Wenang, the god of absolute power. Soon after, a third son was born, a pure, ethereal spirit named Sangyang Taya. As Nurasa's sons grew in divine power, a dark threat emerged from the kingdom of Keling. A ruthless jinn conqueror named Prabu Hari, eager to test his strength against the legendary gods, forged an alliance with neighboring warlords, leading a massive armada of dark spirits. Prabu Hari invaded the Maldives, seeking to annihilate Nurasa's reign. But the all-knowing Nurasa did not step onto the battlefield. Instead, he calmly entrusted the defense of the realm to his 3 young sons, viewing this war as their ultimate initiation. On the front lines, Prabu Hari came face to face with Nurasa's second son, Sangyang Wenang. But Wenang did not draw a weapon. With terrifying, omniscient wisdom, Wenang peered directly into the conqueror's soul, exposing Prabu Hari's darkest secrets and his hidden, shameful family lineage before the entire army. Stripped of his pride and psychologically shattered, the warlord attacked in a blind rage, only to be effortlessly subdued by Wenang's supreme magic. One by one, the invading kings fell, surrendered, and were humbled before the overwhelming might of Nurasa's sons. In a stroke of brilliant diplomacy, Nurasa transformed his defeated enemies into loyal allies, proposing marriages between his sons and the captive jinn princesses. When the time came to appoint the heir to the entire divine realm, Nurasa made a revolutionary choice. He bypassed his eldest son and bestowed the ultimate throne and all the ancestral relics to his second son, Sangyang Wenang, whose wisdom and power were unmatched. Once again, the sacred ritual of penitence took place. Nurasa dissolved his physical body, merging his eternal soul into Wenang. Upon this cosmic union, Wenang ascended as the supreme ruler of the universe, taking the exalted title Sangyang Jatiwisesa. To mark his supreme reign, Sangyang Wenang elevated a magnificent sanctuary floating high above the clouds of Mount Tungal. There, his queen birthed a child of pure spiritual essence, surrounded by a swirling, miraculous aura of 4 distinct colors: red, yellow, black, and white, representing the fundamental passions and elements of the universe. Wenang bathed the child in the sacred water of life. Instantly, the 4 colored auras were absorbed into the infant's body, transforming him into a fully grown, majestic deity. He named his firstborn Sangyang Tungal, the legendary ancestor, who would one day father the great rulers of the Javanese shadow puppet universe.